everybody. It's time for one of those dark room streams. It's early. It's 4 o'clock in the morning on a Tuesday morning, August something. And we are back for another session, leveling the dwarves. Excuse me. Need my phone. Leveling our dwarven characters on the way to whatever fun we can get into. I have not yet had my coffee. I gotta get all these notifications. Goodness gracious. Alright. That's open there. I got a mail from Remy D. Frost Saber gloves. I have a long way to go until I can craft those. At some point, I'm going to have to just go farm hides somewhere and just deal with it. I've got all this nether weave too. I need to get over to my mage. Or something. Oh, do I still have a quest? Oh, I never turned in the... And I left the area. I still have the Gazrilla quest to turn in. Oh well. What I wanted to do is I wanted to get whenever Joey logs in, I was hoping we could do the In Search of the Sunken Temple. Because if he does that prereq, that's going to lead us to the Hinterlands. I'm getting rid of all these Stranglethorn quests because we're basically leveled beyond them for the most part. I think Joey wanted to run Zul'Farrak again, and we needed to do the prerequisite. I don't remember what led up to Screeching Spirits, though. Screeching Spirits. I maybe shouldn't have flown out here. I probably need to go back now.
What can I do for you? Go with honor.
All right. Ungro. Ryan says, "Hey, Ungro. I think we're probably skipping it with these characters. Maybe. I don't know. I wasn't a big fan when I just did it with the mage. Coffee. What's up, Fortnite?
Good morning.
Morning. Oh, cool. I don't have to type this now. I just was thinking to after we get the Zulfur prereqs done, we could go to the Sunken Temple line in search of the temple, because that has you do, I don't remember how many chains it was in the hinterlands. Like 4 or
Yeah,
5
sounds good.
chains. And then we could do next week, we could do Sunken Temple. Coffee.
Yeah, it's a pretty good looking weapon, isn't it?
Where is that?
That that was a random drop when I was questing on my hunter.
Damn. Axe of the Legion. Oh, it's even a one-handed. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Oh, I just noticed the level. I thought it said level 53. It's level 63.
No, I was gonna say, show that to him and say, chop chop, get the leveling.
I did just send him a text message. He goes, "Hey man, I'm not the one who flakes out." Oh, he's got to be somewhat quiet this morning. He says his father-in-law is sleeping in the room next to his office. That guy. I think Joey just talked about this during our live stream the other Thursday night, but they he said he was gonna buy a house in Missouri to be close to the grandkids, and I guess because he's from Colorado, and the first 2 houses, like, he started the process, went through closing, all these other things, and then on 2 houses in a row, like right at the last minute, like abandoned and backed out of the contract and just basically pissed everybody off, and none of the realtors wanted to work with him again, and he has trust issues, and you know now he's just a wary buyer. And I guess at the last minute he bought a house without like telling anybody, and then all of a sudden was like, "Oh yeah, by the way, I just bought this house and now I need help moving in." And that was the one that Joey, they went to go help him remodel it and found out that everything was rotted and there was black mold, and they've been spending like 2 weeks, more than that actually, I guess like 3 weeks now, helping remodel that house, repair all the floors and everything. And then I guess that was what Joey did over the weekend, was flew out to Colorado on Friday night and then drove a U-Haul back. And
Oof.
yeah, my brother's been running ragged like the last 3 weeks. He was telling me that, he's like, man, I'm so ready to just sleep for like a week. And then when they got back, because they live in the boonies, they drove back, like 14, 15-hour drive, whatever, got back, and my sister-in-law's car was at the airport, and they were hoping they could just get like a Lyft or an Uber or something. Nope. So then they had to drive. The airport's like 2 hours away. So then they had to drive back to the airport once they got home, so they could pick up her car and then turn around and drive that back to the house. So he was not a happy camper on Sunday. I was surprised he showed up for tabletop like not half passed out. Excuse me. Maybe some.
So,
Go
one of
ahead.
our cats had gotten out back in May, beginning of May. Sunday night, I was outside having a smoke at 11:30, and I saw a cat. I was like, "Well, that looks like trucks." And I called him. Sure enough, he came up. It was him.
Missing for like 2 months.
Almost 3.
Isn't
It's
that
very
crazy
close to
how
3.
cats will do that? My mom's cats will do that sometimes. But you live in like civilization, right? Like subdivision.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a weird for a domestic cat to go missing for that long, especially if they're in the area.
Yeah, he's quite a, quite malnourished, and he was very dehydrated.
I wonder if he got like somehow got confused and just couldn't find his way back because of all the different houses.
That's possible. We would have thought somebody would have taken him in because he's very friendly.
Yeah, house cat for
I mean,
sure.
he loves having his belly rubbed, and other cats don't like to have their belly rubbed. But he just, as soon as he sees you, he'll roll, or lay on his back and want belly rubs.
Yeah, that's a rarity. Because I know my the the one who Lucas, the one who was like the super feral when he showed up. Like I was cutting video yesterday, and actually I've got video footage of him hiding in a bucket, hissing at Chris. Like he didn't like either of us. But after like 3 weeks, I was able to convince him to at least start letting me touch him. But somewhere around, I think 5 or 6 weeks, when he was a kitten, like after 5 or 6 weeks of being here with us, which they were like, we estimate they're like 3 months old when they showed up. He we were playing and he just randomly like rolled over and let me rub his belly, and I was like, that's cats don't do that usually because that's a trust issue and vital organs, and now that's his thing. Like you said, he as soon as he gets up on the bed, he wants to roll over and just is like, rub my belly, rub it. My brother might not be making it on. He says he's got no internet this morning after the storms last night, it looks like. see if he gets around. If not, we can go, I guess, go play the mage and rogue for a little bit. I had traveled all the way back to Stormwind and forgot that we were wanting to run more pre-rec stuff for Zul'Farrak to get more quests for here. So I am slowly making my way back. And I never turned in the Shimmering Flats quest. I would love to sleep for 12 hours Fortnite. That sounds amazing. So when you got the cat back inside, did he have any, like, oh my god, I don't remember this place, or was he just immediately like, oh my god, I'm home?
Well, he ran around, and I think that was just because, like, when I saw him outside, he didn't immediately come to me. He actually kind of walked along the house, and a couple times just laid down and just started meowing. And I could tell right away that he was dehydrated because of the way his meow sounded. Very horsey,
Yeah.
you know? And he's still, even now, he's, I think his throat's just stressed.
Yeah, he probably ran around meowing for like, who knows how many days or weeks or whatever. Help! Help!
Yeah.
Help!
Yeah. Yeah, my wife, she's like, I don't think he would have made it much longer if he didn't come back. Because if you pet him, you can feel his ribs, his spine. He's
Oh
got
yeah.
he's got a thick coat, so you can't see it. But yeah, he lost a lot of weight.
Yeah, because in 3 months, who knows? He probably just lived off of trash because domestic cats don't usually know how to hunt. That's been my concern with the 5 that we've got, is that they're not. The other 2, they were like 3 months old when we got them, so their mom had already taught them, These 5, they don't like all the things mommy brings them. They're definitely picky eaters, but they're definitely killing all sorts of bugs and stuff that they come across. But like Luke and Leia, they'll hunt lizards and birds and stuff, and these 5 kittens don't even pay attention to the birds. Lizards, yeah, but the birds, they're just like, nah. So we'll see. I know that was the big stress factor yesterday, was Chris was out. Because speaking of, your cat going missing for a few months, when Chris was cleaning yesterday, Leia was out in the street in front of her house, and that has got Chris all sorts of like freaked out. And I was like, there's nothing you can do. If your cat's gonna go outside, they're gonna go. You can't control where they're gonna go. You know what I mean? Like if they become a hybrid cat that's inside and outside, you just have to accept that there's a risk factor. But it's one thing to accept the risk factor in your head, and it's another one to see your cat in the middle of. And it's not a busy street in front of our house, but like a couple months back, Chris was taking trash out and saw a cat get not killed, but got hit by a motorcycle as it was rummaging through the trash, and got scared and got ran over. And she's like, "What if that happens to Leia?" That's just gonna happen. And then she starts. It's so funny having my wife go from a cat hater to being like, "Leia's not home yet. She's been gone for 3 hours. Where's she at? Let's hope she's okay."
Yeah.
There's lots of woods behind us. She could be anywhere. Oh, there's Joey. Did the reset sort it?
Yeah, it seems to be working at the moment.
All right. All right. Where? Oh, you also went back to Booty Bay. Well, should I come back to that part of the world and we do the... Didn't you say there was a prereq quest in Blasted Lands, Maduros, for Zul'Farrak?
No, that's the cage quest. Yeah, it's the cage quest you have to do in Hinterlands. That sends you to Grimshade or whatever in Blasted Lands. He then wants you to go in and kill that one troll Necrum or whatever. You have to get his necklace or something.
Okay, so we should totally do the In Search of the Temple quest because then we can get Netherguard Keep for Joey. That quest will turn back in Stormwind. That'll send us to the Hinterlands. Then we could do the Hinterlands, all those Hinterland quests plus the Hinterlands Withered Cage quest you're talking about, right? Two birds with one stone is what I'm thinking.
Yeah, sounds good.
So Joey, you'll want to fly to Stormwind. And I'll have to fly back. I guess I can click quickest is probably Theramore.
Keep your feet on the ground.
And there's going to be a quest up. I'll have to remember where it's at because I already did it up to the Hinterlands part. And I don't remember. Because I literally have the Witherbark Cages quest. But there's going to be a quest up in the cathedral, Joey. I don't remember who it's from, but the quest is called In Search of the Temple. I think when you go into the cathedral, it's either like the guy that's right there in the front, or he's back to the right somewhere. I think. Or no, wait, that's not in the temple. Isn't that the guy in the Dwarven district? Now I'm gonna go look it up. It's the Dwarven district. I'm herping and derping. Here, I'm gonna drop this in our chat, Joey. In the Discord chat. That way you can see where the NPC guy is. I think you had said you want to do Zul'Farrak again, so I figured we could do that on Thursday night. Since Sparoh and Nathan are going to be busy, we'll either get some other guildies or some pickups to do it. For the Alliance.
Oh wait, where are we going now?
I'm having Joey grab the In Search of the Temple quest in Stormwind to do that part of it really quick first, because that leads to the Hinterlands. And then while we're in the Hinterlands, we'll be doing two birds with one stone, because we'll get we can get the prereqs for Sunken Temple out of the way too, or some of them anyway. Priority being that Withered Cages quest, so we can get the other Zul'Farrak one done. But that way he's got the flight point to Hinterlands and Then once we wrap up this little fart quest, if we have time this morning, we can just fly back to the hinterlands and keep doing those quests and get all the prereq stuff for Sunken Temple out of the way too. But if not, then we just come back there the next time we do a single quest session.
Tell you the most bizarre thing with that cat coming back is
Well met.
the other older cat we have. Those two were bosom buddies, and he is acting like he's an imposter. He was hissing and didn't want anything to do with him. We kept them in the garage together. They yeah, the older cat will not go in the garage now. It's like Invasion of the Body Snatchers. It's like he knows he's a pod person. Oh, hey,
Oh yeah, we forgot to show him the axe.
I did.
Oh, he showed me.
Trade me your axe. I got an upgraded two-handed weapon damage.
Ooh. Nice. Thank you.
It's only 2 more damage, but you know, that's every swing, so every little bit counts.
Yeah. Does help.
Oh, after you get that quest, Joey, you
Yeah.
want to fly down to Duskwood. Is it Duskwood? Is that the name of the place? I always forget.
Yeah, Darkshire, that's in
Darkshire.
Duskwood, yep.
Yeah. But that's after you get the In Search of the Temple quest. Because then we'll have to run from little town
got
there. And there's another quest you could pick up there, which is a timed delivery to Netherguard Keep, which we'll end up going to get the flight path after you get the temple update, and then we'll fly back to Stormwind, and then we have to go to Hinterlands. You're gonna like the Hinterlands, dude. It's more of the dwarvish Lochmadon,
Nice.
woodsy. And yeah, that Action Legion has super cool graphics.
Pretty good stats for a one-handed weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you saw the Care Bear one, Joey, this morning?
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's an easy. What 6,000? So that'll probably give us close to 9. Yeah.
Are you picking up this quest?
Which one are you talking about?
Maduric's
Yep.
just here.
Yeah, it's like a
Another-
delivery.
Supplies for another guard, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We have a whole hour.
Yeah,
Plenty of
it's. I think the way I did it the other day was I just ran into the swamp, got the update for the temple, and then ran to another guard keep and did the delivery, and I still had 45 minutes to spare. You do have the In Search of the Temple, right, Joey? Just to confirm.
No. No.
Damn it. You know.
Yes, he does.
Noob.
I was right there when he picked it up.
Send you back to the city. I totally did this last Thursday when I was waiting for everybody to get together. Just chomping at the bit. Come on, guys. Gotta go. Gotta go. I would love to do Blackrock Depths and Blackrock Spires and everything with our static group. But that's those are not short. And I know Sparoh is
No.
usually ready to call it by 9:30, which is 2 hours in, and those take at least 3, if not sometimes 4 hours. We'll have to beg and plead and be like, "Come on, Sparoh, come on. Your kids can do their own schoolwork tomorrow." You want to hear a funny thing, Joey? I'm sitting here playing last night. I was streaming. It's like 6:30, 7 o'clock, and Chris comes in and says, "Can I bother you for a minute?" And I was like, "What's up?" She's like, "The carpenter who was supposed to get back to us at the end of May finally got back to us. Like, oh, I'm so sorry. Blah 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 blah." I guess the carpenter's coming at 11 o'clock today.
Hey. So he's not a flake after all.
I don't know what the issue was. He said he was super busy before he even installed the door for us. But then he told us, like, he said, "I'm going out of town. I'll be back. When I get back, I'll, come over and do your guys' screens." And then he never did. And then Chris has seen him at church a couple of times, and he's been back, and she never pushed the issue. I told him, like, "Dude, what's up? Like, you're at church. Why aren't you at my house?" But Chris doesn't like to do that, so she was just like, "Screw it, we'll just buy our own tools and do it ourselves." And then he randomly sent her a message last night, so.
Well, good.
In a perfect world, if he doesn't charge me an arm and a leg, I'll just have him build my chicken coop.
There you go.
Well, the cost of tools is probably more than the cost of hiring him to just build things.
Except you lose YouTube content.
I know. That's yeah. I don't want to do that, so. I recorded a video yesterday for like the first big marginal boundaries video. It's like a 11-minute video or something. It's like the introduction to this new series.
Mhm.
And as I was talking, I made a comment, and the way I said it was a mistake, but it turned out good. I was like, so the whole point is what I was trying to say was the whole point is to modernize this house. But when I said it, I said, the whole point is to monetize this house. And I said, wait a minute, what I mean is modernize. But hey, actually, at the same time, I am working on monetizing it as well, because the whole doing it all documented will monetize the remodeling, and hopefully it'll pay for itself over time.
Yeah, if I was smart, I would have recorded everything I've been doing.
Hey, yeah, 'cause you've been doing way more than I have. And you've got cooler
Yeah.
tools.
Yeah, and everybody's like, "Oh my God, how'd you do that?" I'm like, I just fixed it.
Well, you did send me pictures of your remodel with the
Yeah.
father-in-law.
Yeah, yeah, I've got pictures, just not any videos of it really.
Just the child labor part.
Yeah.
Did you get your update?
Yeah.
There's something extremely satisfying about being on your dwarf at 4:30 in the morning.
That's what she said.
Jesus. I wasn't ready for that. Oh, man.
Hi, Maduric.
Oh, did somebody get hit? And knocked
Yeah.
off?
I
They
got
did.
dismounted. Oh my God!
Help! I'm gonna have to go farm hides somewhere. Ooh.
I didn't even get a chance to yell that last night on the necro.
Oh yeah, I was literally tabbed out, like reading a YouTube comment oh no, I wasn't. I was doing my I was not paying attention because I was talking to YouTube, and I was doing my commercialization stuff, like, follow, subscribe, super chats, all those good things. And as I wrapped up, like, you were like, oh shit, and I like looked at your health, and you were already down to like 25%, and by the time I pushed the heal button, you were dead. Like,
Yeah.
it just went so fast.
Yeah, the funny thing is, right before that fight, I had just given that charmed pet a weapon because I saw the difference between my pet without a weapon and Melkor's pet with one. And his was like getting triple and quads. And so, of course, as soon as I give him a weapon, he broke.
Turn on a
And it
quad.
was like smackety smack smack. Yep.
That's what you get for trying to control my mind for the past 2 hours. Whap, 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 whap.
But their damage was just insane.
Yeah.
Like, if we go back there Saturday, we get 3 charmed pets. We should do one of the courtyards or go, like, do the hand room.
I think I think we can definitely do the courtyard. I think we'd probably need a couple more levels to do the hand room if I remember. Yeah, but it's been so long since I don't remember. Grants on the ding, by the way. Flight path. So this is
New gear.
You'll go back to Stormwind, and then you'll have to go to the hinterlands after that, Joey, which means South Shore, because you don't have the hinterlands flight path yet. So I'm just gonna fly to South Shore, and I'll meet you guys there.
Be careful.
What am I doing in Stormwind?
You should turn in that quest. The temple quest should have a turn in now.
Oh,
To report to the dwarf that you found it.
Yes.
And then he's gonna send you off to the north. Bonjour. All right, I'm en route to South Shore. I'm gonna go grab my second cup of coffee. I'll be right back. Well, this is really cool. I'm outside of just south of Stormwind, and as I sat down, coming back from coffee, there was 3 different flight paths crossing on my screen. So there was griffins going 3 different ways, and I don't think I've ever seen that before.
It's always cool when stuff like that
Yeah,
happens.
Stormwind tower control. Stormwind tower control.
Yeah, right. Wave off, wave off.
In the course of part of what I was talking about last night, Maduros, where I was thinking about, just for streaming purposes, thinking ahead to like I think Joey and I have had this conversation a couple of times. Like the big push right now seems to be for co-op games. That's what everybody's developing right now. And if you look at all the announcements for like what are the next big games coming next year, it's all co-op stuff. So in terms of a channel's growth and streamers, looking at playing co-op games over MMORPGs is probably better for the growth of a channel. But it got me thinking about because Joey and I have played a lot of this now. That's an older game now, and it doesn't get the viewership that it used to. But Destiny 1 and Destiny 2
Mhm.
were really fucking good games
Yes.
and
Yeah.
just super fun. And we never got the opportunity to do more than just like two-man content, you know. I can't imagine how fun those games would have been had we had like a regular squad to go in and do stuff with.
Yeah,
Destiny
those
2,
were really fun.
yeah,
I
Destiny
had
2. Oh,
we played Destiny. Didn't take us that long, the first one.
I
But
remember got pissed
we
off
did
how short it was.
right. But we had all the downloadable content and everything. And I remember, yeah, we played that like 4 or 5 nights a week there for a while.
Yeah, for like 2 or 3 months, I think we got because I remember
Yeah.
that's why I bought the PS5 was because or the PS4 because
Yep.
we got Destiny for like $5 at
Yep.
your local used game store, and I was like, well, shit, I'm gonna go. Let's just get
And
it.
then we found out. Then we found out we had to spend like 40 to, you know, expand it and everything.
Yeah, and then I had to pay for PlayStation Plus at the same time so I could do multiplayer with you, and it was like, well, shit, now this has turned into a $70 purchase. But
It was fun.
no, that's why I bought the PS4 because I was out there and I was like, well, I'm gonna be here for we're here for 6 months. Like, I might as well just get this, and then you and I can play this every night. And we had a lot of fun. And then Destiny 2 was just as good. Like, I think Destiny 2 is better than Destiny 1.
Yeah, I
Anthem had
have. The thing I have it. I just don't know if I managed to convert the account and went through so many changes.
Yeah, from Microsoft to Bungie to Sony or whatever it did. I don't even remember now. Because now it's
It
Blizzard, isn't
it
it?
was on the Blizzard launcher.
Oh, that's
It
right.
was under Activision.
They separated. That's right. They went back to being. Now they're owned by
Yeah,
Sony.
then they went back to their own, so it went over to Steam, but now they're with like Sony or whatever.
Yeah. Well,
it
I
was
know.
nice to
Go ahead,
cleanse
Joey.
your palate. Well, I was gonna say it was nice to cleanse the palate on a sci-fi instead of most co-op games that I play are fantasy based.
Fantasy,
Like yeah,
Diablo, and stuff. Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
You know,
Divinity,
yeah, because
everything.
that was the next thing that people were asking me last night during my live stream was like, well, are you gonna play Diablo 4? And it's like, well, I'd love to play Diablo 4, but we don't know when that's coming. Um, I'm starting to look towards what is a good game to add into the rotation this fall. That's a new game that could help me grow the channel. Um,
Harry Potter.
yeah, but we don't have a release date for that yet, and we don't know.
No, we have no idea.
I don't know if it's gonna have co-op.
It said the the last video I watched, I thought it was gonna have couch co-op. Like I thought there was gonna be the ability to play two people, but maybe I
Well,
misheard.
when you say couch co-op, though, that might just mean like
Yeah, you have to get Chris to play. Yeah.
yeah, I doubt that'll happen. It would be cool if we did though, because then we could stream those sessions.
Yep.
Because literally the whole time we were streaming last night, the whole time we were playing, I was on YouTube Live during prime time because we were playing during prime time, and I was just searching all of the MMORPGs that we regularly play, and now I'm beginning to understand why I'm only ever getting, you know, a max of like 25 concurrent viewers. And it's because there's just no audience. And I hadn't ever thought of that. I was just always like, oh, I'm a small streamer. I don't have Nathan's community size, and therefore I've only got a certain amount of my audience who's tuning in. And that's probably true to some degree. But after Maduros turned me on to that Josh Drive Hayes video, and I started going through that yesterday, now I'm beginning to wonder, well, how much of that is just because I'm playing these older games? And then when I was doing the research last night, and looking at all, I mean, because we were playing during prime time, 7:30 at night, 8 o'clock at night. I was literally the only person streaming EverQuest, the only one on YouTube. across the entirety of YouTube's platform. And EverQuest 2, there was one person streaming with 4 viewers. World of Warcraft, there was about 20 people streaming, but nobody had more than 50 viewers. And then the moment I switched over to like Warzone, suddenly it's like, boom, here's a guy with 600 viewers. Here's a guy with 700 viewers. Let's look at League of Legends. Boom, here's a guy with 750 viewers. You know what I mean? Fortnite. Boom, here's a guy with 7,000 viewers. Um, I had never considered that the MMORPGs were that nichey. Now I don't know what it's like on Twitch though, because I'm not on Twitch, and I didn't do Twitch research last night. But now I'm starting to wonder if I ought to do Twitch research and see what it's like over on Twitch as well. The problem is,
you gotta think who's watching most of the
yes,
time. You know,
well,
who's got time
for
to
channel
sit.
growth,
Yeah.
because
And
I have
most
a.
of
Go ahead.
most of the people I know that watch YouTube streams are young. You know,
Right.
or older.
Didn't you say that like whose kids was it that you said they just watch?
Ernie's
Ernie's
kids.
kids.
Yep.
Come home and watch other people play games.
Which, I mean, they're, you know, Parker's 16 now or something, you know. But yeah, comes home and sits on the couch, and rather than watching TV, he watches streamers.
I will say this as far as like the Twitch audience. Back when World of Warcraft was losing all their subscribers, and Final Fantasy 14 was like hot on the hot in the press, and they jumped to like 10 times the number of subscribers that WoW had. There was still more people on Twitch watching World of Warcraft than Final Fantasy 14.
That's interesting.
Like even to this day, if you go on there, you'll see there's more people that watch World of Warcraft than Final Fantasy 14.
Well,
I think a lot of that has to do with the majority of the audience on Twitch
skews towards that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like when it comes to those, if someone's gonna watch a Western MMO or an Eastern, it just seems like more people watch the Western MMOs because the Eastern just, MMOs are already niche when you can compare it to like Fortnite and all that. But then if you throw in there like the weebiness and a lot of the streamers wear like bunny ears and stuff like that, just kind of weird.
So JJ, yeah, go ahead, Pedro. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Go ahead, I'm done.
JJ Dino was just saying, because he's listening to our conversation, he said, I'm not an expert at all, but it seems hard to stream MMOs since the bulk of the people who watch want to see the newest part, which means end game, like recent live content, which means the streamer who is going to be, and I'm paraphrasing a little bit, JJ, but the streamer who wants to be able to capture that audience needs to be playing the retail game if they want to capture that audience, because the audience wants to watch, which means you have to put in thousands of hours to get a character to the end game for any given MMORPG if you want to be considered a relevant streamer for that game, which does make sense based on, because the other day I went and watched on Twitch, I went and looked at like who's streaming Warcraft, right? And there was like, I was just looking at Warcraft in general. You already have the flight path through the hinterlands, right, Maduros?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna go grab coffee.
I'm gonna run Joey up. I didn't see any classic streams the time that I checked into Twitch. It was all people streaming retail. So no one was streaming classic. It was all retail WoW. And I know on my YouTube videos, I get a lot of people who ask me, "Are you ever going to play retail? Are you ever going to play retail?" And it's like, no, I'm enjoying classic. And then I had a couple guys who have said, "Oh, I really love the fact that you're doing classic. There's not a lot of classic streams out there." And I was like, "Really? I would think that there would be." But then when I went and looked, I didn't see anybody streaming classic. It was only people streaming WoW retail.
Yeah, I think a lot of that is because of a lot of people like to watch the mythic folks that compete.
Oh, and do the raids and stuff.
Yeah, do all the mythic 5-mans and raiding, and like they'll do streams just getting prepared for, Dragonflight or whatever.
Yeah, a couple of streams I was watching today was just people doing Dragonflight prereqs. Like they were flying their dragons around and doing these like races through these like circle hoops and stuff. But that's what I'm looking at now, because that damn video from Josh Strife Hayes, which I will hopefully finish over the next couple of days. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. It's really got me. Just the first part that I saw has me really questioning, like, where do I take my like? 'Cause here's the thing. I know that what I have right now is a good base, and I have a decent audience for the amount of time. Like the fact that I've been able, but again, this is my third month, and it's not huge numbers that keep me afloat and going full time. It's the generosity of the small user base that I have who have been contributing to the channel, and because I don't need a ton of money, I've been able to make this a living for a couple of months now. But when I started looking at the numbers and listening to Josh's video, I was like, oh my, like even Nathan's videos, and Nathan has, 3 times the subscribers that I have. There'll be some quests here, Joey. Like I think you talk to this guy, and then you'll come up here to the flight path, and then there'll be another guy you talk to in the cave. Anyway, even Nathan's got 11,000 subscribers. I've got almost getting close to 4. But even Nathan with 11,000 subscribers, his concurrents are usually 35 to 40 until he started streaming Vanguard recently, and then those streams were getting like 80, 85 people. And then, but most of that is just his audience is so starving for old school MMORPGs and Pantheon and everything else, and Vanguard was like new and fresh because everyone's like, oh wait, the emulator's working, oh cool. And then, but even in the 2 weeks that he's been streaming Vanguard, his viewership is back down to like 40 to 50, so it's definitely declined from the 85 peak. But he's got 11,000, and I've never seen him get beyond 100. And that's not because Nathan isn't entertaining or anything like that, but it's because we all play these old school MMORPGs which have a limited audience, and I had never thought about that until I watched Hayes' video. And then when I started looking at all the numbers last night and the other day on Twitch, and looking at how many people are realistically watching these games, I'm starting to really go, oh, well, as much as I love to play them, and as much as I'm having fun with the people in our static groups and our gaming communities and everything else, and I definitely want to keep playing these games, what do I need to do to create content for my channel that's going to grow the channel? Because I have steady growth at it's like 10 to 15 people per day. I get 10 to 15 viewers, 10 to 15 new subscribers per day, and I've been maintaining, like last couple months, $700-800 a month. This month's been good so far. I mean, it could slump, but as of last night, I was already up to 366 net for the month on YouTube, which means this month so far is looking better than last month even. But at what point does that cap out? Because I've maxed out my audience. You know what I mean? Like, how do I grow? Like, I don't want to play Fortnite. I don't want to play Warzone, but I am interested in like co-op games and stuff. And Baldur's Gate 3, I'm definitely gonna play the shit out of that when it comes live, but that's a year away. So what do I do for the fall? Go ahead, Joey. Sorry.
I was gonna say, I've been hearing good things about Sea of Thieves lately.
So that came up last night because I did a Sea of Thieves streams. You should be able to grab all 3 of these quests, by the way.
Yeah.
I did a
Remember the
Sea of
lessons of the
Thieves
past.
stream
Dionys
a
Akar.
couple months back with
Be kind to
Lance
those less
slash
fortunate.
Gila and somebody else, and it got really good views, and so that made me go, well, I wonder if that's something we could stream as if we found, you know, two other people that wanted to stream that with us, Joey, because that would be something that you can get inexpensively, or it's part of Xbox Game Pass. Actually, I think it's free
Yeah.
to play, isn't it?
I think it's included. It says. I think it's included if you're a subscriber.
Yeah.
Hang on, I gotta drop some quests. Where are we not going back to
Stranglethorn.
ever?
The Stranglethorn.
Okay.
Yeah. I ditched all my Stranglethorn quests.
Yeah, I've wanted to try Sea of Thieves, but I haven't bought an Xbox, so. But I'm probably gonna buy an Xbox when for Hogwarts because I don't want to play that on my PS4. I want to play that on the next gen console.
Yeah, and see, I could totally see us starting a co-op group for Sea of Thieves and having that be like a, you know, something we do once or twice a week, and having that be a game that could provide growth to the channel. But you, because you pretty much need a static group for that, because it's all about
Mm,
getting your ship and manning the ship, and it's PvP. But you can play at PvE now, like they have PvE modes.
yeah.
And it's got story campaigns now. Like when I played it the night we played it, they had me going. It had like this Pirates of the Caribbean um, storyline that we were working on. And I remember at the time I was usually only getting like 8 or 10 people watching my streams, and that night I had like 25 people watching the stream.
Mhm.
And I think streaming on YouTube, my numbers are always going to be lower than what they would be on Twitch. But the flip side is people can't super chat on Twitch, so my revenue would be much less on Twitch than it would be on YouTube, and I'm not willing to switch for that reason alone. Another quest will be in here, Joey. We're not going to necessarily do these today, but you know, to have these like when we come back, because we want to go work on the Witherbark Cages quest, I think is what Maduros had said. Because that's a prereq for Zul'Farrak, and you wanted to, we wanted to run Zul'Farrak again on Thursday night. JJ Dino says, I agree, Ren. You and Nathan offer the kind of content that touches on why I even play MMOs. Starts with epic fantasy books, shows, and movies, which enriches MMO playing. It's like a choice between grassroots versus in-game bling. Yes. Oh, Maduros is getting coffee, so let's just hold here for a minute until he gets back, because I don't want to run off, because he'll want to grab these quests. Oh, I didn't grab that quest even, because I was talking to YouTube and not grabbing quests.
You got my attention. Be good. Talk to me. Watch your back. What's on your mind? Off with you.
I did find an Xbox Series X on eBay that was like gently used, still in the box and everything for $325 that I was eyeballing.
Did they provide any warranty with it?
No.
Witherbark Cages at the 2 villages. Did you grab that quest in there, Maduros?
There's two.
Oh no, I'm good.
Okay. Well, I think there's
So bad.
3 somewhere, because I have Skull Rock Cleanup. I guess I can share these 2 when you get. The only one I can't share is we got that when we were up there getting the mallet the other day. We got the escort quest, which Joey doesn't have. Here, let me just share these. And this one. All right. So really, I think the only thing we're really worried about here, Maduros, is the Witherbark quest. Everything else is optional.
Oh, okay. You don't want to grab the wolf one?
Well, I mean, we have them, and definitely we can work on them on the way. But I think the priority is just getting his Zul'Farrak one done so that we can have that ready for Thursday night. Man, I just equipped that carrot. And I swore... Yeah, it doesn't. So I'm maxed out. It doesn't do me any good because I have the talent. So I can't take my mount speed any higher.
Yeah, that will. No other bonuses will work with your talent.
Because I'm also hoping that I can get Christina to stream with me once a week. Because those streams, even back when my channel was first getting going, did pretty good. There's a book here, Joey. Travel to Idhradlor, search for traces of Featherbeard.
Can you share the wolf one then? I had to clear. Should be preying on predators.
I think there's also this one. Oh no, that was the one Joey was getting. Alright. Yeah, you have all the ones I have, it looks like. Alright, so we need to work our way to the... Oh, here's a wolf. Oh, I need to summon my pet. Because that's the thing I was looking at last night is like, I'm already seeing that my numbers for the Rings of Power content are slowly declining. And that's mostly because, people are getting tired of it. And at the same time, the show's coming out pretty soon. So at some point, I'm going to hit the cap on what I can get from the Rings of Power content. And the show's going to be done with. And I'm not going to be able to just keep doing rant videos about Rings of Power after the show is already done, because it'll be another year until the next season. But I did a Wheel of Time rant the other day, and that video did okay. It got like 600 views. So I could probably do some of those. But I don't want my channel to be a rant channel. It's like, that's fluff content. I want this to be a gaming channel, and so... I'm really interested to watch the rest of that video, I guess is what I'm getting at, because I've learned a lot from it so far from some of the big creators, and it's given me some ideas of what I could do to start making my channel better, and to think about what I'm going to be producing beyond, because it's great to be at the point I'm at and making money with the channel and making a living at it, but at the same time it's like, how do I get it to 10,000 followers? How do I get to 10,000? How do I get to 15,000? How do I get to 20,000? How do I get, and more importantly, for me, is how do I grow the viewership of the videos as opposed to just the live streams? Because long term, I would love to build up the advertising revenue that comes in from the channel, which comes with enhanced viewership, as opposed to live stream numbers, which are good for super chats and everything else, but that can also be fickle based on the time of year, people's disposable income, so on and so forth, and it's very cyclical in nature, as opposed to the advertising revenue, which is a very static and steady number based purely on viewership. So from a stability standpoint, you want to build that up, and how do I get those numbers up? Because I get good views on some videos, but then like if I try to do a TV show review, like I did that Westworld review because I like Westworld and it was the new season, and I did a video, it got 30 views, and I was like, well, fuck that. I'm not gonna waste my time doing videos if they're only gonna get 30 views.
What are we killing these guys for?
Well, we have to get to these cages.
Okay, that's the only reason. I thought maybe there was some I missed for a drop or something.
Necklaces.
Which quest is that?
Troll necklace bounty.
Yep, sure enough. Well, this winter, if I get an Xbox, we might try out Sea of Thieves, because...
I would totally be down for that, dude.
I'll have more time in winter, of course.
Yeah, always. Well, because it would be nice to, because usually every winter we go back and play Star Wars Old Republic, which is fun.
Yes. Or
But-
Lotro.
or Lotro, but we've done those so many times too. It would be nice to go do something more modern.
But Star Wars.
And I know.
We need a good Star Wars game. Like, there needs to be a new Star Wars game. Although Jedi Fallen Order 2 looks promising.
Yes, I've played the first one 3 times. I would happily play it a 4th. Like that game is so good. And I have no doubt that the second one's going to be even better, and it'll be on next gen. So I can't wait because it looked great on the PS4 Slim. Like I can't imagine what it's going to look like on a Series X.
Yeah. And I will say, Joshua and I are having a blast with the Skywalker saga.
Oh, I forgot
The
to
Lego.
look. I forgot to look that up and see what the views are on that because I never did buy that.
It's pretty freaking fun, not gonna lie. And like, I haven't even. There's so many mechanics to it. Like, I haven't even really paid attention to like, you can like level up your characters, get skills and everything.
Was that you or Wolf?
That was me.
Grass. Mithril. Mine it. I would be really interested to see what the viewership's going to be like for our streams here in Warcraft once we start raiding. Because it's one thing to just do quest content, but I've noticed that whenever I put a title up that we're running a dungeon and the title of the video is the title of the dungeon, I get better viewership on the dungeon videos than I do for the questing videos. And I'm wondering if we'll get even better views when we're doing dungeons. Raids, I should say, instead of dungeons. Ah. All right. And I am gonna do. I wasn't going to, and then I decided to screw it because after what we were talking about last night, Maduric, you were saying about how those guys were pointing out how negative, like talking about negative things gets you better views sometimes. I'm definitely gonna. I was gonna avoid it, and I'm decided I'm not to. I'm gonna totally push the buttons of some Pantheon videos. Because we've had some very healthy discussions in our group chat about the fallacies of some of the stuff that's being done there, and I think it would be interesting to do some critical videos, like critiquing the death system and critiquing the idea of the reputation system, and
There's a healthy way to give critical
yes,
thought. You know what I mean? Like,
correct. The issue,
like you
the
can't
issue-
always be a fanboy. You know what I mean?
right?
Just
But
because it's the new big MMO coming out.
right, but this is something that you haven't heard these conversations yet, Joey. But one of the things that was being discussed the other day is the toxicity of enfranchised fans, which is the fanboys are immediately going to take any criticism and it's going to feel like a personal attack because they're so invested in the game that they can't. They have a hard time seeing criticism as constructive. They often feel like you're attacking me and my personal feelings because you're critiquing my game. Not everybody feels that way, but I would say we have definitely seen people getting very heated in our group discussions, both in the comments and in voice chat. People get a little heated about certain topics when it comes to Pantheon. So it'll be interesting to do a video about that and see what those videos do for views. JJ Dino says, maybe WoW isn't built for this. Maduros will know this more than I will. He says, I feel like I enjoy 10-minute lore videos for MMOs based on books, shows, and movies. So I guess he's talking about doing lore videos for WoW. Does anybody do that?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I've definitely went and watched them.
Really?
One of the biggest lore guys, he ended up quitting WoW and started playing Final Fantasy 14 back over the summer. Pyromancer. But he's like where he read all the books and
Because I feel
I
like
know that there's a guy I used to watch quite a bit. When I first started watching him, he had maybe 3,000 followers, and now he's up to almost 2 million.
holy shit.
Yeah, and he built his channel all the way up to his getting over 1 million subscribers on Fallout 4 and Fallout Universe lore. Like he would he would run through quests, talk about the quests and how it interacts with the other Fallouts, and then he would do like lore videos on the different vaults in the game. And
Well, you
You
just
could
got
totally-
me.
Yeah, you could do Lord of the Rings lore.
Dude, you're
Just
on
like
this. You and I are on the same page, Joey. Because I was like,
go to Lotro and then explain how it all connects. Yeah.
right? Because I'm doing I'm doing the Monies in Middle Earth right now. I already play Lotro every Tuesday. I've been playing it for a very long time. I know it pretty well up to a certain point. I could totally do that. Like, I could totally make lore
Plus,
videos.
there's so many good quest lines that tie into the books and everything, like Tom Bombadil's stuff, and when you go to the spot where the trolls are frozen. Like, there's so many places that you could just go and just
Oh,
talk
hold
about,
on.
you know?
I gotta put a note down for this. Give me 2 seconds here. Because that right there, just doing a troll video, just doing the trolls and the troll shaws would be a video. Because you could
Yep.
totally talk about you could read the poem from The Hobbit. You could read the chapter or snippets from the chapter. Troll video from troll shaws. And then / lore videos for Lotro.
Yeah,
and
give the
tie
names of the
into
trolls,
book.
what happened, why they're there. Because some people might not know. I don't know.
Bert, Tom, and I forget the third one.
William.
William. You just read The Hobbit,
Shit.
yeah.
Say shit, maybe I need to do the lore videos. God.
Alright, what do we still need here? Is there a continuation to the Witherbark one, Maduros?
the necklace
I've got
bounty.
I've got all my necklaces, by the way. Yeah.
No, just the cages, because that's the Zul'Farrak quest.
Yes, yes.
So let's go focus on that real quick, because I know Joey's only got like 30 minutes left, so I want to try to, if we can get that one up to Zul'Farrak,
do that.
turn in what we've got, and then we can always come back here.
Yeah, I think part of it too is that guy that I watched. He was working a full-time job when he first started, but his full-time job was advertising. So when it came to his videos, they were like as good as, if not better than, like the big streamers and stuff, because he had such a high production value. but he was putting so much time into them.
That's definitely where I'm lacking because I'm not putting a ton of time into my videos. I might put an hour into a video, and I could get better at things, but I also have so many other things
May
on my
the light
plate.
embrace you.
Um,
May your days be long
Yeah,
and your
yeah.
hardships few.
I think Strife Hayes touched on that in his video. He was talking about like there's this one guy. I know he said it. He said there was a guy who does RuneScape videos, but the guy puts like weeks to months into each one of the videos he does, and
Yeah.
they get like 500,000 views,
Good.
but it also takes him 6 weeks to put together a video. But the production level is so high on them because he takes so long. And I'm like, I can't imagine putting in I can't imagine if I was getting 500,000 views on a video, you know, you're gonna get a few $1,000s in revenue for that. It makes sense to put that much time in it if you know you're gonna get that amount of views. It's hard to justify it
The
when you're
problem comes if you spend all that time and get no views.
that. So you just what I was about to say was, at my level, anything I do that's outside of the box, I have no guarantee that that video is going to get any views. So it makes it very hard to justify putting in more than an hour or two of production quality into a video, because an hour of my time, I'm usually at least going to recoup that hour in terms of advertising costs and super thanks and things on any given video. So I can at least make, say, $10 on a video. If I make $10 to $15 on a video, then I've at least made $10 to $15 per hour for my time. That's a horrific pay rate, but at the very least, I'm earning something for my time. If I were to spend 5 hours on a video that only makes $10, that starts to become a problem.
Yeah.
What's the follow?
The other thing he did was merchandise. Through he created like a shop. So like when he created videos, people would leave comments, and it's almost like he coined phrases, and then he created like T-shirts and mugs and phone cases out of them. Like as an example, bearded dwarven princess.
Yeah, yeah.
Put yourself on a shirt and a mug and a phone case and keychain or something.
You totally need to do. Can I get you a box of tissues?
That would have been great for the Saga Lucina stuff. I don't know if it would still
It
work
would've.
these days.
It would have.
As you get, I went running. We have to go to the Altar of Zul.
Yeah.
Is that the follow-up? All right.
Yeah.
Another cool lore snippet I just thought of was the Dunedain, because like they're not really explained that well in the movies or in the game, but there's a big population of them in Lord of the Rings Online.
Not only that, and the problem is you would have to have a character that's in the level range, but after Mirkwood, the entirety of the quest lines for the book quest between Mirkwood and Isengard, you're literally working with the Dunedain, because you have to go around and gather them all up for Volume 3 and send them off to meet up with Aragorn at the Paths of the Dead, because that's where they show up in the books, right?
Yep.
And so the entirety of the quest line, the first, like, I don't know, 5 or 6 books of Volume 3 is you gathering up the Dunedain and working with them in between Mirkwood and Isengard in the expansion of Lord of the Rings. And it's amazing content, because you're actually finally working directly with the Dunedain as opposed to just doing a couple quests here and there. And you get like 2 different armor sets that you can get that are like the Dunedain armor. And they're so cool. And like I finally did, yeah, like when I did the Arwen versus the Arwen and Aragorn marriage ceremony, like they all show up at the end and like are, you know, 3 cheers for Aragorn, you know, and he's no longer Strider, now he's the king, and it's just like, oh my god, this is so fucking cool.
Yes, that is cool.
Yeah, I mean, I think if, I mean, this is just spitballing ideas. If you could figure out a way to make the lore of the books come out in your videos, that is for a majority, like as far as viewership, I would feel like that is you're making the lore, you're putting it in a more digestible format, because nowadays I think people have a tendency to watch a video or a movie over reading a book.
Yeah, who's gonna read the books nowadays?
So
Video
if you
games.
can make that correlation and put lore into, digestible formats like that, more
Yeah,
easily digestible.
I'm gonna have to start because I know I can do the troll video. That's an easy one because literally it's right in the troll shaws. I could take any one of my characters there, and I could do a quick little um, tie into the book and show the visual representation of those trolls. And I could, you know what I could even do? Hang on, this has got me. I need to write these down. Hold up.
Yeah, 'cause,
Hang
I mean,
on, I
you
got
got the-
another
you got-
idea.
you got the location. I mean, why? What was going on? I mean, there's so much you can talk about just the trolls. I mean,
I need to see if anyone's doing this, but a series based on locations from the book that you can visit.
Oh! That happens when we're not focusing.
Oh, did you die?
I sure
Oh,
did.
shit, we've got multiple. Oh my god, they're gonna wreck.
Yeah, they wrecked me because, they're ranged and my shield was down.
Oh, they're
It's
gonna
all
get
right.
wolf.
Back.
But this got me spitballing on a Lotro tourism series where I specifically do videos based on finding locations that are in the books and showing people those locations in a video from Lotro.
Like, let me give you a really good example of something that I didn't know till much later on, and that's how Strider Aragorn traveled with Gollum for like a year.
Oh, it's a
or
long
two.
time. It's a long time, yeah.
Yeah, like I'm sure there's quite a few people out there that don't know about stuff like that, And if you could tie that into
If
the
I could figure out
game,
how to tie it into the game, because I definitely in my Mondays in Middle Earth series, because I've been rereading, because I had forgotten about that too, and I literally talked about that in whatever episode I did of my series. Whenever I read that chapter when Gandalf is talking about that, I remember talking about the timeline, and not just the timeline for that, but like it talks about it's mentioned the number of days that Boromir had to travel from Gondor to Rivendell. And it's like months. It's like 3 months on the road. He was on horseback for 3 months, and he didn't know how to get to Rivendell. And so he was traveling and listening to myths and rumors and like slowly finding his way there. But it was several months, and that was something I had completely forgotten about. And if I could take those little facts and then show
yeah,
people on the map where he traveled in Lotro and say you can visit all of these places in the game, and then maybe visit some of those places um, during the video. Those are all really cool things.
you should do like the Path of Boromir and like put the walking speed on and just like walk.
That would be a long video. But the
they're 5
fact,
hours later.
yeah, but the fact that that's all in Lotro, like it's all there. You could literally do that walk if you wanted to make that run. You could make that run. That's food for thought. Hold on, I gotta put that one in my notes now too. These are all great ideas for types of content that we can produced. Because Lotro is the one game I could do that for. Now, Lotro viewership is not that high, but it has tie-ins to the books and the shows and the films, which this is for the SEO value, would help build up the evergreen content on my channel that drives advertising revenue. So that's all good. Oh my god, that's a lot of mobs. I should probably trap. Where is my freezing trap? Oop. Didn't I already have a mallet?
Yeah, probably. But our version is the sacred mallet.
That's true. I was wondering why it gave it to me again, and then I realized that our version got converted. Alright.
Looks like we got the update.
Oh, we did. Cool. Alright, and then this gets turned in. Yes. Alright, so we gotta ride back.
Yeah, one thing I feel like it's hard for them to portray in the movies is just what you were talking about. Like how long
Yeah, you can't.
things took.
Yeah, you can. And it also, conversely, I remember there was and I can't remember the time because it was I had to convert it for the video. But there's when Aragorn and Gimli and Legolas run and they're following Merry and Pippin and they're chasing them after the falls. When they get to Rohan and they say how far they've ran in like 48 or 72 hours or whatever it was, the men of Rohan are like absolutely in shock at how far these guys ran, which goes to show you that they're not human, you know. He's a man of Numenor, and then Legolas is an elf, and Gimli is a dwarf, and even Gimli is complaining by the time they get done with it because he's like, you know, I need rest, and but it was something like 30 miles a day they ran on foot. And you know the normal like distance that a human can do in a day is like 20 miles or something, and he was basically portraying what a forced march looked like if you know, but beyond human capabilities. And it was I think it was like 30 miles per day is what it came out to in that ballpark. And they ran like 90 miles in such a short amount of time that the men of Rohan were like, that what? How is that even possible? And those are the kind of things that you can't show in a film, you know, especially long distance ones. Did somebody have a note or something?
Well, I just saw we have a quest over here to turn in.
Pursuit of Featherbeard?
Yeah. There's also a quest over there for Sunken Temple.
Oh, cool. That's the Jamal the Prophet.
Yeah, I just wonder if the next step sends us to Blasted Lands or if we have another follow-up.
Oh, might as
take
well.
us
We're
like
right
in
here.
years.
Grab it.
Because I remember one of them had us grab the griffin eggs. You remember that? But unlike last time, it's like we're the only people in the zone.
Alright, so we're going in here. NFTs. NFTs coming out for YouTube. I have no idea. Look at those stubby little dwarf legs run. Blisswis is making fun of our dwarf legs. He says they're stubby. Look at them run. Look at them run. These are sexy hairy dwarf legs, sir.
Yeah, when dwarves run, as much as they look like they're moving forward, it's also like they're moving side to side.
Little chub wobble. Alright, so this one is up here. Let me take a peek, because I can always feign death if things look too shitty. I think we're okay.
Oh, this is totally that quest I was thinking.
Totally is the Griffin Egg quest. Gotcha. Well, I'm gonna let Joey get his first because I've got more time to play, and I can always come back on and grab him.
Okay, there's one down here where this guy is. Oh, I see one over on this altar.
Oh, down here? Okay, Joey, there's one over here you can grab.
Oop.
Yes, I mean, more or less, Ryan. I mean, that's the plan. The plan is to raid in Wrath, and different people have different interpretations of what full-time raiding means. But yes, we will be raiding probably 2 times a week. No more than 2 times a week, though. Like, I don't have time to do... I suppose I could have more than 2 times a week, but I have all the other games that I play. But the idea is that we'll do 2 times a week, probably like a Tuesday, Saturday, or like Tuesday night, Saturday afternoon type thing. That way we could try to get our European friends involved if we have any Euros on our...
Oh, there's 3 more. That
There you
should
go.
finish you out.
It's going to be your eggs, Joey. And we can grab this
Hello,
quest.
man.
I only need 2, so somebody can grab 1.
Okay.
Be seeing ya.
I guess I'll just grab it.
No, not that one. Don't grab that one.
Oh, never mind.
Maduric,
No, just grab it.
Maduric,
All
Yeah.
right, sorry, my
Grab
brain's
one.
not working. All right, well, I'll wait to get mine 5 later. Get Maduro's his
I
real
think-
quick.
Yeah, I think they may respawn when you pick other ones up, so I'll just check here real quick.
Well, worst case scenario, I mean, we're here. We could just run around and get them as they respawn real quick.
Oh, yep, totally. There's 2 over here now.
Dit. because we need this follow-up anyway for Zul'Farrak.
I'm gonna pick the altar again.
Oh shit. Well, these haven't respawned yet. Did you go up to the top?
I did. I thought maybe there might be one that spawns up there. Doesn't look like it though.
Well, they are not up yet here. How did you leave me alone?
Mario skills, man. I thought there was another spot I would see him. I'm trying to remember. There's another like section you can jump off of on one of these.
Well, I definitely see a point way northeast of us that shows that there can be eggs up in there. Yeah,
Oh, yeah, I see it.
these have not respawned yet. Now, why can't I mount? Is somebody in combat? Yeah, that's the thing. Like, we're not going to be doing only 25 mans. Like, if we've only got 10 people, we'll just do the 10 mans. So, yeah, if that's the case, then we'll just be doing the 10 mans once or twice a week. But it's not, we're not going to be worried, like, at least from my perspective, I'm not worried about raid resets and schedules and all this other stuff because I'm doing it from the perspective of we've never done it before. We want to do it for the story, for the fun, to do it casually. I don't know why I'm using push to mute because I got used to it. But what I was saying to YouTube chat is like, I'm not. There are a handful of people that will take it very, very seriously. We saw this with EverQuest 2, and it unfortunately had the side effect of like, it was kind of shitty for poor Joe because he got caught in the crossfire of someone who was taking it way too fucking seriously. There's an egg here, Maduros. And like we're live streaming, and this guy basically ripped Joe a new one, calling him a noob, and it was like, you know, I don't want to deal with that behavior and that mentality. And unfortunately, there are going to be some people who take the rating way too serious, and like, I'm gonna nip that shit in the bud because I don't want to raid like that in WoW because I've never done it. Nathan's never done it. Joey's never done it. I want to do it, but I want to do it at our pace. I don't want to read strat guides. I don't want to do the way someone else said to do it. I want to do it the way we want to do it, on our pace, on our schedule, and not worry about all the... You gotta have these 5 abilities and these 10 things, otherwise you're gonna fail. Well, screw it. Like, we'll do our own thing.
I concur.
Yeah, that's the thing, Trips. I did sweaty raiding long ago too, and I don't want to do sweaty raiding again. I don't need butt puckers and and I don't need that kind of shit in my life right now.
Hey, all you.
All right. And also, like Ryan said, something very important. Phase 1 is a pretty long time, and we have plenty of time to do all the raids that Phase 1 has for us without being and stressed about time. And even if we didn't finish Phase 1 before the next phase is available, who cares? Like, it's our pace. Is that guy going around grabbing eggs too?
Nope, but there's one right here.
Like, I think the benefit is like Nathan and Joey and I have never done the content before, so we're happy to just take our time. I'm gonna run up here real quick to the north. It's not too far of a run. See what's up here in these hills, cause
Oh,
Yep.
another one spawned over here by the
okay, coming back.
in like that water basin, water trough looking thing.
More dots. Well, I'm already negative 100 DKP because of last night, so I'm kind of screwed.
Nothing respawned. You said you're gonna go check out that. Yeah, I don't know where that's actually at or what's up there.
Fell in the water and fell off my mount. That was beautiful. Yeah, all I know is I see a waypoint up there in the hills. I've never.
Yeah.
Don't die, Joey. We'll be right back.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it dismounted me because I got too close to the pyramid. Lame.
Oh, there's a little hut up here, and I totally see an egg.
Three eggs here.
Oh, that'll be all I need. Alright, let's see here. One. Two. I think we're good to run back to the Griffin turn-in area. Claiming the eggs in the altar of Zul. Oh, got stuck on that stupid thing. You down your 10-minute mark, Joey?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see where this sends us next. Figure out where we need to camp out before we pick up on Thursday night. Unless you want to play tomorrow morning. I don't know what your schedule's like.
I'm supposed to go help a buddy move some cows tomorrow.
Yeah,
Um,
so that will not be a good day to play.
Yeah, 'cause his cows are out of water because of our drought, so gonna go help him move them.
Well, we'll definitely do Thursday night.
Yeah. Yep.
Try to do a Zul'Farrak run, and hopefully we've got at least this quest up to that. That's why I'm interested to see what the next turn-in is, but we should be getting close.
Open your heart to the light. Safe journey.
Oh, I'm like on the verge of a ding here.
Me too. Again.
Well, there is one more turn-in up here.
And you got a whole level ahead of me, man.
That was from, yeah, just the quest bonus stuff, and I went and helped, well, Maduros and I went and got the hammer the other night. That's what it is, because we were with Nathan getting the hammer so that we could spawn that boss in the dungeon we did last week.
Yep.
And it was like an hour of just killing mobs, and with the XP bonus.
Yep. Ding-a-ling.
So this leads to Thaddeus and the Blasted Lands.
Yep. And then
Be good.
he wants you to go in and get the medallion.
Oh, so it's just a turn-in and then he's ready for us to go?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay, Joey probably doesn't have the Blasted Lands, but we could do that at the beginning of Thursday night session, is just make a run to the Blasted Lands and turn that in.
I camp here or go ahead and
No.
port back to Booty Bay?
Go to, no, don't port.
No, we
Ta-
have Netherguard Keep. We just ran there.
Is
We
that
did the
Blasted
delivery
Lands?
quest.
Oh, well, let's just fly back there real quick, if you have time, Joey.
Yeah.
Where's the fucking Griffin, dude? He's up here.
Up here. Where are we going?
Great to meet you.
Blasted Lands.
You know
Nether-
what, though? Before you fly, we probably should
Sure
turn
back.
in the Shindigger quest to get the follow-up, because we have to kill, like, the stuff in Tanaris and Feralis.
Oh, that's a good
Doesn't-
point.
Because that goes into Sunken Temple, right?
Oh, yeah, but, the Shindigger has like 3 or 4 more steps that are here.
Oh, okay.
So there's no point in doing that one right now, so, yeah.
What can I do for you?
Far southeast, Joey. Netherguard Keep.
Netherguard
Blasted
Keep,
Lands.
yeah.
See you soon.
Brenfell in the dark. Yes, I am in the dark, because Chris is sleeping behind me. I don't know how she sleeps through me talking, but she does. Oh, we already did the mallet last week, Ryan. At least, Maduros and I did, so we have it. We did Zul'Farrak last week. We're going to do it again this week. Because Joey wants to try to get the other half of that sword that he got to drop. I mean, if you played more than once a week, we could totally do more
Hey.
Zul'Farrak runs. Get one of our little 70 paladins to come in and just wipe the whole zone and just go for the drop. Do it 5 times in an hour,
Are you going to be... Oh, wait. We have Vanguard this morning.
We do have Vanguard this morning, yeah. If we didn't have Vanguard, I was just going to keep on going. But probably what I'll do is I'll probably break until Vanguard. Help Chris with morning chores and stuff. But tomorrow morning... Oh, so here's a question since we're here, Maduros. What's the vibe? Because, I've been playing my mage just waiting, right? But if Death Knights, and there's no confirmation that they're coming next Tuesday, because some people are saying yes, other people are saying, no, it'll be the 22nd, because they still need more work. So we don't know when the Death Knight is coming.
Yeah, that all stemmed from a Twitter post by like their community manager or somebody that said 6 weeks prior to pre-patch.
Right.
I mean, 6 weeks prior to launch, which even though they haven't said a definite date, everybody's taking that as well. Yeah, that's going to be next week.
Right, that's why I was gonna say I haven't seen an actual confirmation. I just saw people making guesstimates based on that Twitter post.
Yep.
So if it happens, I mean, I needed to get a my Death Knight going ASAP. So the question is, am I gonna be able to just switch my mage out for the Death Knight and continue questing with you in the Outlands? How is that gonna work? Or am I gonna need to do some catch up?
Yeah, so you'll probably, when you finish all the initial quest, which every time you turn in a quest, when you're doing the Death Knight, it's like it unlocks a new ability, it unlocks talents. It kind of slowly introduces you to the Death Knight and teaches you all the different things about it. But once you're finished with all that, it sends you back to like Stormwind. You do the Walk of Shame type thing because you're a Death Knight. And then at that point, you're about 58. You can go straight to the Outland and start questing. So yeah, you'll be behind.
Okay.
But like I have my Paladin there, and my Mage, and I quested very little there on those two characters. So
Yeah, it's whatever you want to play, but the objective for me is going to be once that comes out, I'll switch my mage out for the Death Knight, because that's the character that I need to get leveled up to main tank on the raids, and then the mage will end up being an alt that I work on at some point down the road. So the question is just which character. I didn't know if you just wanted to take the rogue and continue questing with me that way, or if you wanted to do one of your other characters.
honestly, I probably switched to the Paladin. My plan was, because with pre-patch is going to should come all the new talent updates and all the class changes. So my plan was at that time to switch the Pally over to Holy.
Groovy.
And then that will be awesome as you level 2, because then tank and healer right there.
Works for me. And then we've got a backbone for any groups that we want to run. Just grab DPS and go, because there's always DPS looking for group. All right, that sounds perfect to me. That actually sounds really, 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 really good, because then that duo will always have stuff that we could do. Yeah, Ryan, 50% bonus, so maybe the Death Knight will be higher than 58 when I run those quests. That'll be interesting.
Oh, that's true. Could be.
We're almost there, Joey.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you got to duck out, just is there an inn at Netherguard Keep?
Yeah, there is.
You just duck into the inn and camp out and grab the quest next time.
Okay.
Because I don't know if it's at the keep. I'm gonna go over there and look real quick. It is at the keep, so literally we're gonna land, turn in, and then you can go to the inn.
Okay.
That way Faith's not yelling at you. Where you at, Joey? Get the kids! Is it you're getting him ready for school? Is that what it is?
No, not yet. He goes to school the week after next.
Well, then you could play till 9. Come on.
Oh,
Chomp chomp.
I gotta go eat breakfast and crap, man.
I gotta go feed the cats because they're scratching at the door.
Yep. Yep.
Daddy, we hear you playing.
We know you're awake.
Oh, Sam slept with us last night, but he woke me up like 4 times, just like playing with my beard, playing with my hair, and each time it'd be like, dude, play with him for 15 minutes, then he would finally go back to sleep. And then I tried to put him out of the room twice, and both times he just couldn't. He didn't know where his brothers and sisters were sleeping, and he got scared, and he would like wander around the kitchen for 5 minutes, not find everybody, and then start crying, wanting to come back in the room. So it was like, fine. I did not get much sleep last night. Just because somebody was being a big baby. God, flight path, can you take any longer?
It's a long one for sure. Yeah, so one of the big things with Dragonflight with that new race is they are the only race class that can use the Dragonflight speed in Old World.
Hmm.
Everyone else is limited to the Dragon Isles. So people were, posting videos of them flying as a Drakthir through actually this flight path. They went from Stormwind down to Booty Bay at 900% speed. And Blizzard decided to nerf it because they looked at it as they were giving that class an unfair advantage to do things like pet battles, old content, doing dailies and old zones, and so they nerfed it down to 600 and some percent, and everybody's in an uproar about it.
See, this is what we're talking about at one point. You can't put something into a game
And then
and let
take it
players
away.
experience it and then take it away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they
Well,
immediately.
some people were saying, well, it obviously that type of speed works in Old World, so just let everybody ride their dragon mounts in Old World. Then that takes the advantage away.
Yeah, that definitely takes the advantage away if you give it to everybody at that point.
And they also said, Blizzard's post also said something about it'll devalue regular flying mounts and stuff.
Well, that's definitely true, but you've already devalued it if you give it to one. That's a difficult conversation because there's multiple sides to that coin. There's no way to do it perfectly without pissing somebody off.
Yeah, the problem is though when you're traveling that fast, stuff like pet battles, the pets don't spawn that fast for you to see where you need to land. So you would have to travel slower. Cuz nodes, that's the other thing, nodes and herbs and stuff, they don't spawn that if you're flying at 900% speed,
You're not gonna see
that
them.
stuff, yeah, you're not going to see them. You'll have to stop or slow down or before it phases in.
There you go, Joey. That's another quest for Zul'Farrak, and technically we have one more that we could do before we go in there over in Feralis. But that's a Thursday night discussion. Where's the tavern here?
So, it's one of these two buildings. I never remember which.
I think it might be the other one because I see a mailbox behind me.
Yeah, it's in the middle of the road though.
Oh, I see what you mean.
But I think it might be that other one.
Just so
Is
we
it?
can rest XP.
Is there an innkeeper?
Not that I see.
Well, is your recall up for Booty Bay?
Yeah.
Yeah, just recall.
Yeah, since I have the flight point to here.
And I'll recall there anyway, because that's going to be close to the boat that we're going to take to go over to Daenerys anyway. All right. Well,
I want to know. What's the inn here?
there's got to be a
dude.
tavern. All right,
See
see you,
Thursday.
Joey.
All right, man. Have a good day.
Yeah, see you, bye.
Was there a tavern there?
I'm still looking. Because sometimes they put I mean, not in this case, but sometimes they have tents that if you go inside the tent, it's an inn. like out in the wilderness, if they have like an innkeeper. I see no innkeeper, and I have, yeah, I don't know. I guess there's not an inn here.
Well, I recalled to Booty Bay, so I guess go
Yeah,
from
I'll
here. I
just
probably
fly
should have
over
flown
there.
back to Stormwing 'cause I need a train for level 46. Yeah, I'm getting up. I'm getting up, Chris. Yeah, she opened the door and everybody just ran in. All right, I'm gonna go feed cats and stuff, Maduros. I'll catch you in about 2 hours for some. Actually, probably like an hour and a
Alright.
half. I'll be online for oh, maybe not right now. You're throwing Leia in my face. All right, I'll catch you in a bit.
All right, man.
What? Who was that? Who was that? Leia that you were? No, I don't need kisses right now. I had kisses all night from Sam. All right, folks. Thanks for sticking around for our early morning WoW session. Now there's lights. You can see me at the very end of the stream. I'm gonna go feed cats, do some morning chores with Chris. We will be back. I'll be back online about 7:30, 7:45 for our Vanguard emulators multi-stream this morning with myself, Nathan Napalm, Bounty Code Sparoh, Maduros, and Binlin. Technically, the start time is 8 a.m. Central, but I'll be on a little bit earlier. In the meantime, I'm going to go do this stuff at 7 a.m. There's a new Rings of Power video coming out here on YouTube, so check that out. Yeah. Like, subscribe, follow. Enjoy the music.